talk about the Syria war. Syria is a strategic area because it borders the sea and is a passage that so many empires will use to transport oil. That's why several countries want it. Noteworthy, Syria compared to the other empires less than 100 years to be recognized as a country and less than 50 years being governed by itself. Therefore, that there has not too long been independent, Europe divided the area and imposed limits to control it, but did not take into account population, triggering a civil war in 2011 that still until today and killed nearly 200,000 people and triggering a civil and affected nearly 14 million people. This event could lead to a third world war, as much of the world is involved either directly or indirectly. We have known about this event thanks to the digital age, especially internet, as we can read devastating news about what is happening, stories, and even see photos of family who have not survived or fortunately yes. Always being informed in real-time events, even we can help by donating with only a click. And finally, I'm going to talk about the 9/11 attack. They were a series of terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001 in the United States by members of the Al-Qaeda jihadist network by hijacking airplanes to be hit in the several targets, killing about 3,000 people, producing more than 600 wounded, and the destruction of the World Trade Center in New York, and serious damage to the Pentagon in the state of Virginia. Being the episode preceded the war in Afghanistan and the adoption by the US government and its political allies called War Against Terrorism, as they wanted to install theocracies at the style of the Taliban from Indonesia to Morocco. It is why it is an act of terrorism, since they wanted to take political power in the United States and incidentally establish their religion. And now I'm going to explain some causes or reasons or questions of the events and concepts. Why did the globalization emerge? Although some people say it began in the era of the 60s, that is when communication began to develop further, allowing faster exchange. We can say that this arises from the discovery of the Americas, as it begins to involve trade war from spices, animals, fruits, and vegetables to people, either, among other things. In most cases, what caused the terrorist attacks from 20th century? Currently, the terrorist attacks are caused by political and religious purposes, as in the case of Al-Qaeda and ISIS, because they want to take power against the big nations such as the United States, France, England, among others. How does the end of the Cold War relate with the unipolar world? The end of the Cold War is related to the unipolar world from the time the United States won the battle and it established a superpower, establishing capitalism as an economic system and taking as followers to most countries in the world. There were and are very few who are against it, following this system and giving more and more power to this country. And finally, how does the digital era influence today's society? I think the digital age has impacted in a very big way to the world, as our daily life now depends on it. From the moment you wake up until you sleep, your day is full of electronic equipment. Without literally today cannot live. We not even could have taken this online class. And that's how just changed everyone's life, just with the magic of the internet. And that's all for my evidence 3. I hope you like it and see you soon.
Created using Powtoon.